Hey everyone, UT Car Reviews here today with my own 2017 Honda Civic EXT. I've had this car for a little bit over 2 years, about 25 months actually, and I figure now's a good time to do a review since I've had the car for a while and been able to break it in. So here's the outside of the car. Like I said, it's a 2017, it has 25,000 miles on it, so it has a good amount of miles, and it's been on a lot of trips, and so far so good. So I've made a few changes to the vehicle. The first is I upgraded the headlights. They're honestly pretty terrible, so I put in some HID lights 2 years ago, and they've been great. I did keep the fog lights, just the ones that came with the vehicle. It was too much of a pain to change them, so that's one of the changes. The second is I obviously tinted the windows, which did like 17%, I believe, something like that. I debadged the Civic logo, which was right here. I just feel like it's a lot cleaner without it. So here's the back of the vehicle. And then I did change the signals as well. So it does have remote start on the key, so you would just lock it twice. Then you just hold this for about 7 seconds. It'll beep at you, and it'll just turn on. So yeah, lock, unlock, remote start, and then popping the trunk, and then the alarm. Remote start's pretty nice, especially if you live in Utah or somewhere super cold. Another convenient feature is if the key's in your pocket, it'll automatically unlock, and then if you want to lock it, you're just gonna hit this button and it'll lock it. You can walk away and nobody's getting in. So looking inside the vehicle, a few awesome features. First is the brake hold. So if you're at a red light and you have this on, you can take your foot off the brake and it'll hold you in place. Very, very convenient, especially in really bad traffic where you're not moving a ton. So the car, of course, does have the push to start, which is a super nice feature. Once you turn it on, you're gonna have, there we go. This is all electronic. If you rev it, that just moves. Like I said, a little bit over 25,000 miles. I average about 33 miles a gallon. If I take a road trip and I'm on the highway, I'm about 40, in the city about 30. So overall, super great gas mileage. I really like the way that it looks. I think it's very clean outline. Steering wheel, obviously you have like Bluetooth controls. You can toggle through and change the different, there we go, the different settings. And then volume, you can swipe up and down. And then on this side, we just have cruise control. So that's the basic steering wheel outline. If we look over here at the screen, it's a pretty big screen. You can switch between all the different things. It does have Apple CarPlay, something I really enjoy. Something I don't exactly like that I thought was cool when I bought it. The climate is all in a button. So you have to go to climate and then you can adjust all your settings. I kind of would prefer that it was just like all the buttons around it rather than just one climate button that I have to wait for the screen to load. Not my favorite feature. Obviously it has heated seats and all the other stuff associated with any fairly new vehicle on the EXT. And then we have over here, we have the sunroof controls. So if I had to come up with the top 3 of the 3 favorite things about this car, first would be the brake hold. The second feature would actually be this. So whenever you put on your signal, you have this, it shows up on your right mirror, and it'll show you what's in your blind spot. It makes it pretty easy to not have to shoulder check because it's all right there. So that's a feature I love. That and the remote start as well as the brake hold are probably my top 3 favorite things. And it's something that really isn't on any other car. So it always wows people when they're driving with me and they're confused on why I have a camera on my mirror. So the back of the vehicle is pretty roomy. Definitely enough space to have 3 people back here. It does get a little bit cramped, but it's a sedan, so kind of expected. And then the trunk as well, it's actually pretty big. You can fit a lot of stuff back there. It does go back pretty deep, and you can fit, once again, lots of stuff. After owning this car for 2 years, I honestly thought I would have more complaints and want a different vehicle, but I don't. I really love this car. It's super fast, it gets great gas mileage, it's good looking, super sporty, and very reliable. So I really don't have a lot of complaints. One thing that does kind of bug me is the paint is pretty, it seems like flimsy. It's kind of hard to see on here, but the hood has a ton of little rock chips. So overall, after 2 years of owning it, there's a few little dings, a few little dents. We have one here. I actually did that yesterday. I was moving something and hit the side. But other than that, honestly, it's just a great looking car. Super sporty, like I said, reliable, fun. We'll probably keep it for another year and then get rid of it. But overall, really enjoyed the vehicle. Highly recommend the 2017 Honda Civic EXT. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment them below and I will answer them as best as I can. Follow me on Instagram and other social media sites and stay up to date with what I'm up to.